It is Thursday, February 29, 2024. Beautiful, beautiful day. And I'm here in La Quinta, California right now, 80 degrees. And I just wanted to film a few things that happened yesterday morning. And it's absolutely disturbing, but this is what's happening even in beautiful areas like the one I'm in right here in La Quinta. So I'm at the market here. And this happened yesterday morning. Take a look at this. So this is just one of the establishments hit yesterday morning. They hit this market right here. And I'm going to walk down here. There's an Italian restaurant here that has really, really good chicken wings. And they hit this place yesterday also. Got through the glass door, got into the cash register, took the safe that was not bolted to the ground. Reminder, if you have a safe, bolt it to the ground. It was just a small one in a wooden cabinet or something, so they took that, so that was an easy hit. And as I go a little farther down, somebody bringing their guard dog to work now apparently. And this, I believe, is a dry cleaner right here. So that's how they got in through that. And then from here, so that's 3 stores hit. I don't know if there were more in this area right here. Could have been a couple more. I don't know. We just know about the Italian restaurant here being hit. And then when we were here, we could see the damage to the other stores. But from here, about 17 minutes later, they hit a bakery down off of the 111 and Washington. So multiple stores hit, and you know, think about how much this is going to cost with insurance. They stole money, they stole equipment, they stole cash and whatever. But this is La Quinta, California, ladies and gentlemen, and if you're not from this area, it's a very, very nice area. It's a very nice part of the desert. These things never have happened in the past, and now it's happening here. Somebody just a couple days ago in Palm Desert, right off of 111, just started shooting into buildings. So bullet holes and broken glass, and these are the things that are happening now in beautiful areas like Palm Desert, California, La Quinta, California. But to do this to somebody, really eye-opening when it's really beginning to become more common where you live, like where we live right here in the desert. This stuff never used to happen, and it's going to happen a lot more. And you have a lot more, I mean, this is unbelievable, but you have a lot more organized crime here, a lot more people here coming to this area from God knows where. They're much more organized. And of course, the economy is hurting. People get more desperate. They commit more crimes. It's just, again, a reflection of what is happening. Nobody can deny it at this point. And it's another reminder that, you better be looking out for you and your family, because this isn't just happening to businesses. It's happening to homeowners. People have been broken into. We've had more home invasions, and we're going to see more and more of that. And if you're just dependent on the system and that the police are going to save you, you are drinking the Kool-Aid. You are extremely mistaken. The only person that's going to help you is you. And I would recommend to all of you today, on this beautiful Thursday, you better be preparing for a bad day. Luckily, nobody got hurt. This happened at 4:30 in the morning. But what happens as these criminals get more and more aggressive? We've already seen this happening all over the country, where people will do some really bad things to other humans just for $1. So be careful out there. This is the start of today's video, so stay tuned. We'll go over some of the economic news today. But I wanted to show you what's happening here in Southern California, in peaceful La Quinta and peaceful Palm Desert, California. Nobody's immune from the crime wave that is hitting America, just like nobody is immune from losing their job. So here we are. It is Thursday, February 29th, 2024, and it's a bad start for a lot of people who are going to have to replace losses that are in the thousands of dollars. And just the violation, how violated you would be if somebody broke into your house or your place of business, something that you work so hard for, something that you depend on, just feeling completely violated that some lowlifes broke in and just took whatever they wanted to take while you work so hard. It's absolutely disgusting. Stay tuned. So we drove over here. This is about probably 2 to 3 miles from where the other stores were broken into. And this is nothing but bun cakes. Very good place. Very good cake. And they broke in here too. Right through this side window right here. So this occurred like 17 minutes after the break-in at those other establishments. And so that's how they got in right there. So really, really disturbing how close to home all this is happening. And this is the front entrance right here. Please comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Are you seeing this in your areas? And we can talk, a lot about, what's happening financially and economically and fiscal policy and monetary policy and all this and all that. But we have got to admit what is happening socially because our safety depends on it. And I just want to walk through here. Here's the little shopping center here, Retail Dream Spa. Nothing here. Lockbox on this one right here. I don't think anything's here. Nothing at this one. And so this is just the little shopping center here next to the cake place. And just walking down here, give you a little glimpse of what's happening in the economy too while we're watching crime soar. It's really, really sad what we're watching take place. This one right here is for lease. This is one of the bigger ones right here. There you go. So half of this shopping area is pretty much vacant. Here's another one right here for lease. Another good size. There you go. Who's going to occupy all this? Who would even want to open a business in this environment? This is all empty. All empty. If you can see in there. Empty. Everything's empty. So I just wanted to show all of you what's going on. And of course I could walk farther and show you more empty buildings. But again, we have got to admit that this is not just an economic collapse, but a social collapse. And you better be using situational awareness. You better be training, because this stuff isn't just happening with retailers and stores. This stuff is happening at people's homes. And what if something happened at your house? What if somebody kicked in your door? What would you be able to do? Most people are going to resort back to their training, which is absolutely nothing. But we've got to be talking about what is happening in this country socially, not just economically, that, oh, wow, houses are going to be on sale, boats are going to be on sale, and You know, oh, isn't it wonderful? People are losing their homes, and you're going to be able to get a house at a great price. No, we're going to see a huge social disruption. We're going to continue to see crime soar, and we better be paying attention to not just the economy, but to what's happening in our areas as far as crime and the social breakdown. So important, ladies and gentlemen. What we're watching right now, socially, politically, economically, none of this is normal. It is not normal. And sitting at home just praying that it doesn't happen to you and keeping your fingers crossed and hoping nothing bad happens is a terrible, terrible strategy. One that I promise you, you're going to regret. So keep training, get proficient, have the correct security tools, and exercise situational awareness, which costs absolutely zero. Stop staring at the phones all day, walking around like a zombie. Pay attention. Even when you're home, pay attention to what's going on at your property, or out front, out back. You know, have a security system, have a dog, have security tools, know how to use them, be proficient. Everybody in your family should be proficient at this point. There's no excuses. Be safe, be careful. So we just got back to the house. The wind has picked up, but I'm glad that we were able to take a few minutes, drive over, and show you what is happening in the real world. And as soon as I'd heard what has taken place, we went over there, and I wanted to film it for all of you to show you what is really going on. This is not going to just be a financial collapse where it's just going to be fun and games and buying houses and boats and cars, and, you know, if you have money, life is going to be good. Whether you have money or you don't, there's going to be big trouble, and we are going to continue to watch this crime wave absolutely surge. Now, shifting gears a little bit, I want to share a few articles with you this Thursday. The first one coming from The Hedge. What the F is going on with the jobless claims data? Yeah, you would think that jobless claims would be accelerating, that we would be seeing some huge numbers, and we're not. You know, in the real world, the labor market in 2024 has been getting absolutely decimated, but we're not seeing that reflected in jobless claims. Now, I think a lot of that has to do because people are taking on 2 or 3 jobs to replace the job that they're losing. But when you look at some of the numbers in this data, and they give 50 companies here with massive layoffs, I'm just going to give you a couple here, just a handful, but it's amazing how misleading the data really is. Is it being done on purpose, or is it because people are taking on so many additional jobs? You be the judge. The company, everybody, 100% of workforce gone. Wiseness, 100% gone. Code C, 100% of the workforce gone. Twig, 100% gone. Twitch, 35% of the workforce has been laid off. Roomba, 31% laid off. Bumble, 30% laid off. Farfetch, 25% laid off. Away, 25% laid off. Hasbro Toys, 20% laid off. LA Times, 20% laid off. I could go on and on and on. There's another 30 just on this list of people and companies laying off. You get the point. We're not seeing this reflected in jobless claims. It is much worse than we're being told. It is much worse than most people can even imagine. Here's another one from The Hedge. Pending home sales puked in January, back near record lows. And we're being told that this is a great time to buy a house, that there's no collapse in the housing market. If we look at pending home sales in January, they tumbled 4.9% month over month versus the 1.5% positive that was expected. December was revised from 8.3% month over month to 5.7%. We're never told that, are we? These revisions month after month. This was interesting. Realtor's gonna realtor, it says. Laverne Yoon, the National Association of Realtors chief economist, said this: this combination of economic conditions is favorable for home buying. Now I say this, what the F? Realtor's gonna realtor, ladies and gentlemen, remember that. How could anybody, this is the chief economist for the National Association of Realtors saying this combination of economic conditions is favorable for home buying. This is the most unfavorable economy to buy a house. The conditions are the most unfavorable. I would highly advise against it if you were a friend or a family member. I don't give financial advice. Do whatever your heart desires. But there is no doubt in my mind, this is the biggest housing bubble we have ever seen, on top of massive unemployment, more and more people losing jobs. The wave of job losses is going to be so immense in 2024, and I think it will continue into 2025. And people just cannot figure it out. If you don't have a job, if you don't make money, you cannot support the housing market. Houses are not selling. Why? Because people don't have jobs, they have too much debt, they can't qualify. The list goes on. It's going to get worse. This is only February of 2024. Bank increase car loan rejections over $1,000 monthly payment concerns. This is also on the Hedge today. Banks with auto financing units are swiftly adjusting strict credit conditions by turning down prospective buyers. What is this going to do to the auto market? If you have a lower credit score and you can't afford a big down payment, you're screwed. Now, people will always tell me, "Oh, I don't worry about a credit score. Don't worry. You don't worry about your credit score. Just pay cash." Unfortunately, half this country does not have $400 saved up, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have a decent credit score, you can't rent a room, an apartment, you can't buy a house, you can't buy a car. People just want to continue to deny reality. I guess you can listen to Dave Ramsey and buy everything cash, which is great if you can do that. The bigger the down payment you can put on your house, your car, wonderful. But most people cannot do that. If you cannot afford to buy a car, how do you go to work? If your credit's in shambles, how do you put a roof over your head? How do you get a credit card? How do you buy a car? I mean, a credit score, sorry, but it does mean something. You do need it. Especially if you don't have millions of dollars sitting around that you can just write a check or pay cash for something. Most people cannot do this. They're paycheck to paycheck if they're lucky. So a credit score does matter. And right now, you should be doing everything you can to put as much capital away, to put assets away, to get your credit score as high as it can be, so that you're in a good position to take advantage of sales. Or if something goes down, something goes bad, you at least have a good credit score that if you have to go rent a room, an apartment, a house, whatever, at least you can do it. They're going to reject so many people that need an apartment, that need a car, that need a credit card. They're going to get rejected. This is big trouble, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think people realize just how bad this is. The average new car loan is $40,000. The average rate on that new car loan is 8% at 60 months. We're going to see, we're about to find out just how strong the U.S. consumer really is. We've been told this for many, many years, how strong the consumer is and how the consumer is just keeping the economy going because they continue to spend and spend, but they never tell you how they're spending and what they're using to spend. Buy now, pay later plans, credit cards, pulling equity out of their homes. This is how they're buying things. People are highly leveraged. I look at these people with multiple Airbnbs. They're borrowing against one house to buy another, borrowing out of that house to buy another, borrowing out of this house to buy another. They are so leveraged. They own absolutely nothing. Now they can't rent these homes, and they're sitting on massive amounts of debt that they can never pay back. And it's going to be an ugly, ugly day for them when the house of cards comes tumbling down. The last one from the Daily Mail. Interest rate cut now unlikely before June after Fed's preferred measure of inflation shows war on price increases is not over. Core PCE in January increased at the fastest pace since the same time last year. Core CPE excludes food and energy, ladies and gentlemen. And we saw an increase of 0.4% between December and January. Again, we keep hearing about this rate cut, this fantasy that these rate cuts are coming. It was 6, then it was 7, now it's 4, now it's maybe 3, now it's possibly 2, and now many people saying that maybe it's 0. Maybe it's higher for longer. Whatever it is, I don't know. But I can tell you one thing I do know. Inflation is far from over. if you're waiting on rate cuts to save your life, if you're waiting on rate cuts to save you from this economic collapse, good luck. Good luck. If we see something, yeah, maybe it's 2 or 3 rate cuts at 25 basis points. I don't even see how they can do it, ladies and gentlemen. We're in big trouble. Inflation's not going to go away. In fact, it's going to come back even stronger. We're going to see more inflation. No matter what they tell us, more inflation is on the way, and you better be preparing for it. You can sit and wait all day for rate cuts. The rate cuts are only going to help the very, very wealthy. It is not going to help the poor. It will not help the middle class, and more than likely, it's not going to help you or I. So prepare for very, very rough times ahead. The crime will get worse. Political uncertainty will get worse. The economy will get worse. All this is on a path to destruction. Prepare, prepare, prepare.